but the preparations was like a bit long back, and there is a story behind it also, which I will run through as a video basically, because when I start talking about it, it's like not going to end. So I was basically brought up here in Chennai, but no, my career all throughout was in IT for 16 years. And how I ended up here is like a bit of realization, self realization is what I should say. So that realization was nothing but the difference between being successful and being happy. So I said I want to be happy, and I wanted to do something I love and something passionate with a purpose. So that's where here I am. And thanks to God Almighty and all my friends and family and well wishers, that Mudra Trends has been successfully running for past 2 years with all your support. So yeah, so I'm running out of words actually right now. So thank you so much for being there for me. And believe me, I have not prepared any speech. So sorry if I have let you down. You might be expecting something, some kind of a speech or something. So uh, yeah, that's about it, Sudha. So I will hand over it to you again. So welcome one and all, and no, thanks for making it here again.
Thank you, Sudha.
And my special mention to my friends from other side of the country, and special guests who are here to spend their time, Radhika ji and Vrinda ji. So thank you.
Thank you, Sudha. As Sudha Murli rightly said, her story will go on, and to make it short and sweet, so I'd like to share a small video which explains her journey. A real short video, and I would expect Sudha to share a couple of stories as soon as this video is over.
Yeah, so that's my
Yes,
story
go.
in a nutshell.
Go ahead, Sudha. I think this is not enough. Maybe we would like to hear at least some of the key incidents from you before we move on.
Yeah.
Hi, hi, Sudha. Hi.
Hi, Prabha
Welcome,
ma'am.
Sudha.
Hi, thanks for joining us.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Yeah. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
as shown, yes, ma'am. Thank you. So, as shown in the video, I was a solution architect basically, and working in an IT company. I started my career with Infosys, and then in Bangalore, and then came to Chennai. So it's a long story. And no, my last stint was with a global logistics company, and that's where it all happened. So when I say it all happened, yeah, it's just happened. So what I was already in the management, and they wanted me to push to a higher level of management, and no, that's when I was sent to a training. So one should blame that training, I guess. So that training was so awesome that it really opened. I can see some of the life coaches smiling there. So yeah, the training has got that much power. The training gave me some of the insights in realizing me who I am, and what it takes to be you in your life. So that is all it is. So realizing what you are, and what is life is all about, and what is happiness basically. So being happy and being you is the key thing that made me resign from my big paying IT job, which I was doing for 16 long years. And no, there's, I mean, I was not sure. I was sure for one thing, because coming out of it was the right thing, but what to do was like, no, I was like thinking close to my heart is what I wanted to do, and that's what even my friends and mentors advised. And I was looking upon like three things, like whether it should be like something related to shopping or kids, because I love kids, being around kids. And no it is always like parents are also ready to spend for the kids. So that is one focus area for me, like I was also interested in. And I love traveling also by road, especially because the change in the aroma, the change in the cuisine, the change in the culture, it interests me a lot, and impressive also. So if you take India itself, it's like no huge. And believe me, we rode on the road for 10 days just from Chennai to Goa, till Goa, and experienced all the street foods, roadside, all the culture and everything. So it was like awesome. So that is one thing which always even now interests me. And shopaholic is not just a term to define me, because no, even if I'm stressed or sad, or for like every emotion you can think of, I go for shopping. So it's like a therapy for me. It's like a medicine for me. It's like a companion for me. So that's what I would actually call like the shopping. So that finally I ended up there, because I didn't want to mess up too much, because I know that for the other two things you need more power, financially and physically also. So I said, okay, let me settle with shopping. Then what's next is what the question was. So that was the idea part of it. And I didn't want to become any other boutique store or any other store where you walk in, you see dress, it is impressive, colorful, yeah, you buy and go. I mean, it doesn't interest me anymore. I'm a person who doesn't like to be in a comfortable zone, one, and I like to be challenged a lot. So that's when I like no one of my friend gave me a chance to go and meet weaver in Kanjivaram. So I went there and met the artisan there, weaver there. uh, it is really it was an insightful experience for me. And I happened to sit with him and understand the whole weaving process. And no, we went through the looms, how it is, and no his no day-to-day activities and all those stuff. But what I really learned was that no, even though the Kanjivaram silk saree looks very exotic from the outside, but actually the process or the pain that they take, the effort that they take is not all that exotic. So that's what I finally understood. Even for bringing in the manual effort, like the folks to come and sit there, தறின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க தமிழ்ல. So அந்த தறியில உட்கார வைக்கணும் ஆளை, if they want to bring someone from outside. Also, he has to take and go through so much of trouble, because everybody have migrated to the cities, and not many of them are there to actually carry on with the family tradition. So that was a very big challenge. So carrying out the family tradition itself was a bigger challenge. And he had to carry those people's burden of, say, be it medical expenses or be their kids education or whatever it is, has to be borne by this guy. So that is the level of no effort and pain he goes through. So that really changed me. That was like, I said it was like a flash of a bulb in me, saying that no, this is what you should be doing, Sudha. So these are the people who should be working for, the artisans and the weavers. So that's when I decided, no, this is going to be my vision, and no, the purpose of of Mudra. And till date, no, we have been in online with that. And no, the sustainable values and no, the slow fashion is something I learned and picked up on the way, because we see in our areas itself so many landfills are there and all those stuff. So that's when I decided I will not promote any artificial fabrics. I'm going to do only handlooms and no natural fabrics, because that's what the mother earth needs, and that's what our kids are going to need. It's not just stopping your straw or one time plastics, it's even the clothes what you wear. So there is also a fourth R in the 3 Rs. After the 3R, there's a fourth R, which is like reduce, recycle, and then the fourth R is going to be reject. So if you're not going to wear, and if somebody is gifting you a saree, you says, I don't need it. If I really need it, I'll take it. So those kind of realizations came all through the way. And no, then comes the challenging part of mission, like no, how do I accomplish it? If I'm saying that this is what I need to do, how do I do it? So that's when I became a beautiful part of a beautiful beautiful family, and went on trails, textile trails with them. Reached out to artisans and couple of artisans on the way also, and then my textile journey starts. Some of the journeys with just me, my husband, and the car, and the Google Map. The Google Map would show somewhere, and then we would just end up hit a roadblock there, nowhere else to turn, because the village will be like just only the 3 roads, and we'll be like roaming there itself like for 3 hours. So wonderful experience, but I think it is all worth every bit of it, because it gives a one the happiness of seeing the effort that goes through in the preparation of a sari, the beautiful how beautiful it comes out, and two, you understand the process, which makes you like understand the underneath technology, how it is being done, and our culture and heritage. The one real keepers of our culture and heritage of our country, of our nation, are none other than our artisans. So that is what I would say. So this is my story in short. Short and solo because I extended it a lot. So thank you, Sudha. I think it took much of a time.
It was
Over to you.
nice to hear that, Sudha, especially the fourth R, reject. And now we see why you are so passionate about promoting these saris day in and day out, because we can understand the emotional connect that you have had with these saris that you are having in your boutique. Okay, now for those who have joined us a little after we started the program, we welcome you all for the second anniversary celebrations of Mudra Trends. India is known for its handloom weaves. Okay, and you would have seen in the video of Sudha Murli. By the way, anybody remember how many different cities she showed in the map? I assume it was too quick for anybody to know. It was nearly 13 different places in India that Sudha had shown as part of her textile trail. And every part of India, wherever these are there, it has its own speciality also. So on our second anniversary, Mudra Trends is very happy to announce the launch of 2 additional varieties of handloom fabrics in our stores. And it's our privilege that we have 2 great handloom evangelists with us today to launch these 2 products. I take pleasure in introducing Radhika Navariji, founder of Fresh Earth Holidays. A small intro about Radhika ji. I can go on for hours, but I'll just make it to something which is very much related to this celebration alone. So with a master's diploma in business management and a PhD diploma in sustainable management of natural resources and nature conservation, backed by 20 plus years of corporate experience, Radhika Navarre, an evangelist of handloom, culture and heritage, founded Treasured Holidays in 2016. Wondering what holidays have to do with culture? See, our heritage and culture are the biggest treasures that we have. And to emphasize this, Radhika curates textile, culture, and heritage tours. She is also a Swayam speaker in Mumbai. By the way, Swayam is a platform for remarkable common people who thought uncommonly and carved a niche of their own and carved their own path. Very happy to have you with us today, Radhika ji.
Thank you.
I would like you to pronounce those magical words of I launch to launch the Himru handloom hat. So just by pronouncing this word, we will be launching that.
Radhika ji?
Radhika ji?
Yes.
Yeah, just I would like you to
So
announce I launch so that we launch the Himru fabrics from your hands, and then we would like to hear from you.
Okay. So what I have to do now?
just
No, you
say
just have to
I'll-
say I launch.
So I take pleasure in launching Sudha's new product on the second anniversary. Congratulations, Sudha. Here goes your Himru weave.
Thank you, Radhika.
Yeah, over to you, Radhika ji. We are waiting to hear more and more about your passion.
Okay. I'm into craft and textile tourism, and I got an opportunity to travel with Sudha earlier on 2 trails. And I'm so very glad that we did Maharashtra together. We have done this Himru weave together. So I'm so glad she launched it. During the craft and textile trails, generally, we visit the artisan's place and we see end-to-end processes. And what happens when the travelers, they see end-to-end processes, they realize the efforts behind every artifact. So automatically the bargaining doesn't take place. And in my business model, there are absolutely no commission practices during the trail and much beyond. So my trails are generally, these are the responsible breaks for the travelers. And what I'm doing is I'm just highlighting all the dyeing crafts during the trail. So Himru was one of them, and another I will talk about is, I'll talk more about Himru and Karvati Kinar, which I'm wearing today just for Sudha. And local experiences we get during our trails. What we do is we eat local and we encourage our artisans' wives to cook for us. So they get remuneration for that, and it's part of our responsible tourism. So it's a women empowerment. Not only the artifacts we are buying directly from them, but even the family members are encouraged to cook for us, and they are more involved in a two-way in our travel. So since beginning, I wanted to create a win-win situation for the travelers and for the artisans, and genuine handcrafted things, and the artisans are getting their share directly. So if you are traveling with me, if you buy something from the artisan, you are going to give the money in the artisan's hand. I'm in the background. And one more thing happens during my trails is the artisan runs the trail. He is the guiding force in the trail. So whichever language he speaks, he just goes with his flow and he guides all the tourists. And for last 4 years, I have been doing it, and each and every trail, all the travelers, they have enjoyed this guided tours by the artisans. Okay, that was more about my endeavor, and now I'll just talk more about Himru. These are the Himru weaves, and as many of you know, must be knowing history of it, a Himru weave comes to India from Persia, and the motifs, they are typical Persian motifs. And earlier, mainly the royalties, they used to patronize these weaves. So gold and silver threads, they were used in weaving. But now all like us are patronizing our weavers. So obviously the local grown cotton in and around Ahmedabad is used in weaving this particular saris. And Himru saris, they are lightweight and they look very rich. So even if for the function and for weddings and festivities you use, they look really rich. What I want to highlight is, if you see the records, it has been told that Marco Polo, when he visited India, he was gifted with Himru shawl. And it's very lightweight and it looks very rich. So that was it. And Himru has... Himru weaving involves very complex loom. The loom is called paga loom or draw loom. You must have, majority of the people joining this session must have seen this pit loom or framed loom. But in this particular Himru weaving, they have the paga loom, wherein two weavers, they sit in front of each other, they face each other, and one sits at the bottom of the loom and other weaver sits on the top of the loom. So they are facing each other. And what happens, the one person just lifts up the bar and the other person takes it. So there is a lot of coordination required, and highly skills are required to operate this loom. So Himru weaving, though it's part of Maharashtra, it's a dyeing craft, and if you see the statistics, only on one hand you can count these weavers. When we went to Aurangabad to meet these weavers, one of the weavers, he is in his early 80s and he was weaving along with his daughter-in-law. So two generations were coordinating this weave, and it was real, it was you feel very nice to see elderly weavers churning out this fabric. But in this case, our master weavers was explaining us more things, and the main weaver who was sitting on the loom, he was deaf and dumb, he was mute, and he could not communicate with us. But his daughter-in-law was communicating that she said that in late 80s, from early 90s till late 90s, they have seen really bad times. But in the new, after this, 2000, things are going a little better. And people like Sudha, if, they promote this weave, all of us, whenever we wish to buy, we can promote such weaves. That was more about Himru. And now I would like to tell you more about Karvati Kinar. That is another dyeing craft of Maharashtra. As I belong to Maharashtra, I thought of talking about these two weaves. Karvati Kinar, if you see my sari, the border of the sari is red, and there are sawtooth like a motif is here. So in Marathi we call karvat, the sawtooth is called as karvat in Marathi, and kinar means border. So the sawtooth border sari has. And when I went 3 years back to Vidarbha region of Maharashtra to look for weavers, the situation was not that encouraging. What I must have visited 2 villages, and in both the villages, there are total 40 to 45 weavers, and most of the weavers are in their, they have crossed age of 50, and very few young weavers were there. And I was there for 3 days, and I must have interviewed each and every person. I must have visited their looms, and I've seen the churning out what was happening in Vidarbha. And towards the end of my 3rd day, I found a very beautiful sari, and it is called as Jala. I'll just show you. The sari has nice motifs. They are churned out in 2 different colors, pink and green. And this Jala sari, Jala is another, it's a weaving style. And this particular weavers, again, if you take only one hand and you count the weavers, only very few weavers are churning out this Jala saris. So in Karvati Kinar, majority of the saris which are available in the market, they are with plain pallu, and only few saris are with Jala pallus. And when I went to the weaver's house, there were 3-4 pieces, but all the saris were having the same border, same color combination, and there was no variety for me to select the saris. And 3 years back, I got only one sari, so I came back with it. Last year, when I took my group to Vidarbha, and 12 of us, we visited the Vidarbha region, and only 2 participants, they could buy Karvati Kinar sari with Jala pallu. And the rest of the participants, they could place the order with the weaver, and then the weaver churned out saris, and it took 6 months, or in some of the cases it took 8 months to fulfill their order. So my going forward, I feel that I belong to Maharashtra. The weaver and I, we speak same language. Rather, the weavers, they belong to Halba community, and Halba community originates from Chhattisgarh. So if you know proper Marathi and proper Odia, then this Halbi dialect is combination of Odia and Marathi. And my weaver speaks proper fluent Marathi. So I thought going forward in next 5 years, I would rather work closely with the weaver. The weaver which I have been working for last 3 years, he is in his early 20s, and I'm so glad that he has agreed to work closely. And nowadays what I'm doing, whenever I get time, I'm just noting down the different names of motifs and the borders, and slowly I'm learning more about this craft. And there are no books available. If you Google for it, no information is available. So I thought these are the dyeing skills, and one day I want to convert this dyeing dyeing craft into living tradition of Maharashtra. So slowly but steadily, I want to take efforts to help the weavers to come out with Jala saris, and then the the sari wearer should have, you know, at least few options to select colors and few motifs of Jala saris. So that was more about Karvati Kinar saris. And thank you, Sudha, for having me over here, and hearty congratulations on your second anniversary.
Thank you, Radhika ji. It was awesome and so insightful for us. Thank you so much. Mute lurking, Sudha ma'am.
Thank you, Radhika ji. It's a very heartening goal that in next 5 years, how you want to change the Karvati Kinar into a living tradition. I think many of us here would like to give our supporting hand to you in making this happen. And we would be looking forward to Mudra Trends talking more of Karvati Kinar in the future. So with this, before we go to the next launch, Sudha, can we have some of your Hindu collection that you have in your shop for the audience? Can you show some of your Hindu collections?
Yeah. You're able to see it?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yes. So audience, I request you to give your appreciations in the chat, and once maybe Sudha has finished showing some of our collections, maybe we can open up, unmute ourselves and give a big round of applause for both Radhika ji and Sudha Murthy. Sudha, some more of your sarees.
Yeah, yes, coming on the way.
This is for all the ladies who are present here.
No, even for the men, they can go and.
Yeah, correct. Nice.
Yeah. So I think that's about it.
Lovely, lovely. Nice, Sudha. Thank you so much. I hope these are silk kind of varieties, right? Silky varieties.
Silk cotton and cotton for now.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. For the second launch of the day, I'm happy to introduce Brinda Shekhar, a handloom enthusiast who works with Weavers Cluster in Northern Karnataka, specifically Ilkal Handloom and Khana Weavers. I'm sorry, ma'am, please correct me if I know Kun is also known as the name. I'm not able to get the right pronunciation.
It is called Khana. Khana.
Thank you.
Khana. Okay. Khana. Yeah,
Khana. Yeah.
For her, what started as a vocation is now a lifetime endeavor to make ilkal sarees and khana blouses a must-have for Indian women. Their basis the weavers and find the right marketplace across the state, country, and even outside India. So, with a communications background and having served in the corporate sector for over 15 years and for over 5 years in the institutional sector, facilitation and empowerment of handloom weavers of Northern Karnataka has been a result of hands-on and rich past experiences for Brindaji. Followed by a cross-section of women on social media for handloom-specific activities, especially the handloom weaves of Karnataka, she is engaged in research and revival of long-lost design palettes of ilkal and khana weaves. Brindaji, I would request you to say the magical words I launch to launch the khana fabrics in Mudra Trends. You can just say I launch.
All right. Thank you so much, Sudha. Should I say the magical words now?
Yes, please. Yeah. Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
I launch.
Yes, Brindaji, about Kun and about your working with the weavers, we are all ears to listen to you.
Thank you so much, Sudha. Kun is what it is normally or popularly called. but it is the way it needs to be pronounced is khana. Khana is actually a unit of measurement in Kannada. It is about a little more than half a meter and less than about 3/4 of a meter. That is the unit of measurement. Why? Because when people wore khana in the past, they didn't really require 1 full meter blouse. Because unlike how we wear the blouses these days, they did not have hooks and they didn't wear the blouses the way we did. All that they did was have 2 ladas kind of thing or knot that they would tie in the bust, and for which about half a meter would be sufficient. Is the reason why khana was actually the unit of measurement. Khana has a very interesting history. You will actually be surprised to know that khana was first started as documented in 1580 by the Bahmani rulers. The weave is actually 500 years old. What actually happened was the Ilkal saris that have been in existence in North Karnataka and Southern Maharashtra are as old as 6th century. And in 1580, when Bahmanis were ruling the Deccan Plateau, they realized that Ilkal saris also needed blouses. And very ornate blouses, because Ilkal saris by themselves are very bright. The only design intervention is its brightness, because in terms of designs, there aren't many. So sorry?
Thank you. I'm so happy to hear this.
All right. So the Ilkal by design, by motifs, or does not really have many designs at all. If you actually compare Ilkal saris with a Kanjivaram, for instance, you will find that Kanjivaram must be at 99% and Ilkal at 1%, because the palette, the design palette, and the options for Ilkal is extremely low. You have at best 5 designs in the border, and there's one pallu. So these since Ilkal is the used to be the heart and soul of the women of North Karnataka, the Bahmani rulers decided that chalo, we are going to give them a very ornate blouse that actually makes up for the sari, because sari does not have many designs. So khana blouses per se come with very rich designs and motifs. If you have, I don't know if you have had an opportunity to feel the khana blouses, but then if you actually see the design, let me show this to you. So this design is a honeycomb structure. Which is very evident with all the architecture and the clothing of the Mughals. So Bahmanis essentially were the slaves or provincial rulers of the Mughals, and hence they have copied them in this fashion. You can actually see this very prevalent in all the Mughal architecture that you will see in North India. So khana since then, since about 1580, when the Bahmanis first brought it, has become is very popular in the north of Karnataka. Why it is called khun or khan is because it has actually spread its wings and gone much to Maharashtra and southern parts of Maharashtra. To Mumbai and southern parts of Maharashtra. Hence, it is called khan or khun there. But now we are actually in the revival work of bringing back old designs. When khana actually started, there were apparently about 48 designs, and now we have only about 5 of them now. So the idea is to try and work on all the lost designs that we are not able to find, of course, but then we are still trying to figure out if there are opportunities, if the weavers still have stacked up their old attic with old design palettes and if we are able to unearth them and work on it, because Khana per se offers a very rich array in the design section for Ilkal. Now, it's just not Ilkal sari that you can pair it with, including Karvati or Himru or all the saris. In fact, the more the plain the saris, the Khana blouses look very beautiful as an accompaniment to the saris. There are several colors. In fact, one of the best part about Khana is the beauty of the colors, that actually compensates for all your plain silks or plain cottons, that this adds rich value to. If I talk more about it, I think I will take most of your time, but I would much rather that all of you actually wore a Khana blouse and give me a feedback on how you felt wearing and how you felt pairing it with your saris.
Thank
Over
you.
to you, Sudha.
Thank you, Vrindaji. That was so awesome. Like, I mean, right from why the name had come, we had no idea. So I think it was really useful and insightful for us. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Vrindaji. I think we will now wait how soon we can go and see Mudra Trends to order our Khana blouses, because I've heard Sudha Murli say that how soft and comfortable they are to wear.
Yeah.
Sudha, maybe we would like to see some of your collection.
She already, it's the same, but yeah, the couple of colors are new. So
yeah.
Your favorite?
I think we always want more colors, right? How many ever colors we see, that's how we are normally.
One more thing is that to make it more trendy, we can give it in the 2.5 fabrics. You can stitch a jean top out of it or something like that, because I'm planning to stitch a jean top. So I think
so you are bringing a twist to it. It's not just for blouses. Do you think we can also use it for
think differently
tops?
also? So probably, because it's
actually,
very soft.
You can repurpose it to a lot of other things. In fact, not only blouses, but also a lot of handmaids in terms of necklaces and earrings, and a whole lot of pouches and other things are also very popular in the Khana material.
Oh, okay. This is very beautiful. The yellow one that you just showed.
Yeah. So I was thinking of making a jean top for myself because it feels so soft.
Sudha, before everybody logs off, you should let them know that it is mandatory that they should pick up one blouse at least, just for the experience of wearing a khana.
No, I think
definitely I will send out personal messages. Don't worry about that, Vrindaji.
I think many of us are still thinking, wish it were a physical launch that we could come pick up one right away. But I think the days will not be far. Maybe the shops are anyway open now, and the means of travel are also open. I'm sure many of us who have logged in here will visit your shop within this week.
Thank you. Thank
Actually,
you.
I went to her store yesterday, and because she had to launch, I didn't pick up anything.
I had to keep it secretly from her.
She was like, okay, wait, let me launch. I would go back again.
Okay, wonderful. So we would like to hear from you first, Vidya, on that once you buy.
I've been waiting to buy this. I've, part of one handloom group where Miss Vrinda is also there, and we keep posting, our handloom saris, flaunting our handloom saris, and I used to watch her post many equal saris and these kind of blouses. And so I've been searching and wanting to buy one. I think now it's the time.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you, Vidya. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, with varieties of handloom available for selection, Mudra Trends has been engaged in video shopping for the past 5 months. Now, on this second anniversary, Mudra is happy to take its next big step, launch of their own website with shopping option. So what more do we want? Hearty congratulations to Mudra Trends. I request Sudha Murli to call the guest to launch the website.
Yeah. So thanks, Sudha, for helping me out here. So Sakina ji, you there? Hi, Sakina ji. I don't see the video. Sakina ji?
She's there.
But I'm not. Hello. I think she's not here. Sakina ji, hi. She's there, right?
She is there,
She's
but
logged in. She's logged in, but I think
she's on mute.
I've asked her to unmute as well, but maybe she's unable to.
Sakina ji, can you please unmute yourself? Hello. So I think she has stepped out probably for some time.
Yes, Sudha?
Yeah, I think she has stepped out. I guess she's not online also here. Yeah, no issues. We have our great speakers here to do the honors. Yeah, please.
Yes.
Yeah, so Radhika ji and Vrinda ji.
Kindly launch the website as well.
Yeah, please do the honors, please.
Surely.
So here goes the website with all your support. Okay, so this is just a snapshot of the website. While you all may also go to the website www.mudratrends.in,
Yeah.
let me make it easy for you. I will also, I'll take you to their website.
So I have typed the website name here in the chat box for everyone's. Yeah, she's also typed.
It's mudratrends.in.
Taking a couple of minutes.
No, it's coming up and
Yeah.
Starts with a very colorful page, and you can see the new arrivals there with the price tag. You have a shopping cart that you can. And what I love the most here is the blog, which talks about the various experiences and the various research that's done. And there
So,
is also a note about the artisans.
few pics might be familiar to you, Radhika ji. So,
Yes.
So we have the story of the artisans here.
So it's
Mudra Trends website stands by its name on the support to the artisans. Thank you, Sudha Murali, and congratulations. May I request all the audience to just unmute yourself and give a big round of applause for the two
Congratulations. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Sudha.
Thank
Congrats,
you.
Sudha.
Thank you,
Congrats.
ma'am. Thank you.
Congrats, Sudha. Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we would love what is a celebration without any experience sharing? So I would like to request a couple of the audience to volunteer and give your experience of shopping with Mudra Trends.
Okay, can I go first?
Yeah, please.
Yes, Vidya.
Okay, so being a lover of handlooms and wanting to only wear handlooms, I was actually buying from a friend in Delhi. So I used to just see pictures online, she'd send on WhatsApp, and I would, start buying different weaves. And I was very particular. I need to possess every weave possible, which is available in India. So I started collecting, and when Sudha Murali started, I was really, really very happy. One, because handloom is pretty close to my heart. Second, because it's a friend who was doing that. We've known each other for so many years. And and it's easy for me to now actually go to a store pretty close to my house and actually splurge on it. I've spent thousands buying handloom sarees and never regretted at all. And I love to flaunt them. So this is one which I'm wearing. I think one of the first buys from Mudra Trends, Pochampalli Ikat. And I will continue to buy. I bought yesterday. I will continue to buy maybe tomorrow and day after and so on. And lovely job, Sudha. I'm really, really happy for you. I'm very glad you took up something which, which is very difficult to follow through for a very long time. People tend to shift to faster, selling, products, because very difficult for people to understand handlooms and why they cost so much. I'm glad you stuck to it. I'm hoping you will stick to it always. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vidya. Anuradha ji.
Yeah. Actually, for me, I have got first saree, which was uh, from Mudra Trends, and which was actually is liked by everyone. I never expected that. Okay, I just took it as she displayed, and I liked, and I just took it as a friend. So I thought, okay, but that was the one which liked by everyone. And recently, she posted cotton sarees, which usually my mother or her choice will be always different. So it is very difficult to convince her about her choices. And which as soon as she posted, I told my friend is doing it is 100% cotton, and you can just I can just watch it, and she just said yes, and she bought 4 sarees. I was very happy immediately. So, and she gave me a feedback also from Bangalore saying that it is awesome. She liked it very much. Thank you, Sudha. Continue that. We will continue always. Don't worry.
Thank you, Anuradha. Rakhi ji, you just raised your hand.
Yeah, can I speak?
Yes, please.
Yeah, one thing I just need 2 minutes to talk about Sudha. I come to know through a group, and I'm a very difficult person, first of all, to buy a sari. And actually, even my mother has lost all hope on me that I will go and pick one sari. I've never done in my life of 25 years. I've never bought one single sari. Any sari, if it is if it is in my wardrobe, it is either purchased by my sister or my mother. I can never do that. And as I got associated to Sudha through BNG group, and I was seeing the way she's posting, it's not that she's selling a product here or she's not selling something to us, but the way she's bringing us the product is with her love. That is that I can feel her in every post, and every post of hers makes me feel that she's bringing to us something that, guys, you all don't know what hidden treasure is here. See, just look what India has. That is always message I keep getting from her post itself, and that inspired me. And I just I picked up finally one sari from her, and she was so quick to give and select, and I really now really I really want to continue buying from you always. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Rakhi ji. I think I'm glad that you liked it and finally, you picked up a saree for yourself.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Thank you. Keep going, Sudha, strong.
Thank you.
Yeah, can't agree more with you, Rakhi, because more than sari as a product, it's the love for the art that comes in her posts. And I think in their vision also, they have made it very clear that uh, how the life of the artisans and making a change is their key idea behind the Mudra Trends. That's so nice, Sudha Murli. Thank you so much. And before I close, I would like to hand over to. She has 2 amazing staff. I think it's this time of the year that we should thank them and appreciate them as well. And as a visitor, I would like to appreciate them for the kind of patience with which they help us shop. And I hand over it to Manimekalai, one of Sudha's staff.
Yeah, she's
to
here.
say a few words.
Yeah,
Oh God,
she's
let me
here.
do
Yeah.
this now.
No, thank you. Yes, sir.
Yes, Manimekalai, Vanga.
Hi, ma'am.
She's very shy.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Hi, ma'am. I am Manimekalai. நான் முத்ரா ட்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கூட 1.5 இயரா டிராவல் பண்றேன், ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். இங்க எல்லா சாரியுமே சூப்பரா இருக்கும். நீங்க எல்லாரும் வந்ததுக்கு ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ், ரொம்ப நன்றி. இதே மாதிரி எல்லாம் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுங்க.
Oh, nice.
நிச்சயமா மணிமேகலை,
Thank you.
நிச்சயமா வருவோம். வந்து பண்ண நிறைய தொல்லைப்படுத்துவோம் வாங்குறதுக்கு
கண்டிப்பா மேம் வாங்க.
அப்படின்னு நான் சொல்லிக்கிறேன்.
ஓகே மேம், கண்டிப்பா வாங்க. ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ், ரொம்ப நன்றி.
தேங்க்யூ மணிமேகலை.
She is the most patient person I have seen. I have no idea how patient she is. So patient she is, and she sells. She sells. I would say, it's like for her, it is like her shop. It's not Sudha Murli's shop. She sells like that.
Exactly. Her favorite pastime is taking my selfies and keeping a folder separately, and she shows my pic and sells it. No, that I recently only learned it.
Oh, Sudha, good.
Yeah, she's my Satya. She just joined this week. Yeah.
So our special appreciations to your staff also, Sudha.
Thank you,
Because
ma'am.
I think they are the pillars of the business. I think without them, their support is very much required for you. Our appreciations and congratulations to them as well. So thank you, dear ladies and gentlemen. As festivals and celebrations are coming up, I'm sure our support to Mudra Trends will continue through their website and also through our physical presence. The shop is open and is operational as per corporation guidelines. Though we would love to meet all of you at the same time in our shop and show the collections, I think we also are limited because of social distancing norms. So I would suggest that you call up to the appointment, or you can use the website as well. But there is no fun in shopping without talking and seeing more varieties, right? So please do plan your time, visit Mudra Trends, stay safe, shop safe, and take good care.
So just a quick thank you to everyone for those who are here. So thank you Radhika ji for coming and spending your time with us and giving such an insightful info on Maharashtrian weaves. And thank you Vrinda ji again for your passion just comes out, I really I wish I really had your fire, the amount of fire what you have inside. So thank you so much. And thanks Sudha ji for wonderful organization. Hands off to you again. Vidya making it possible. Thank you again, right from the Sloka player. So thanks to all my friends, Sangeeta, Ganga, Asma, Anuradha ji. So I think I'm going to miss out on names. So everyone, Warrior sir, Ashok sir, Rajashri, from Salem, Ilongo ma'am. So, Ilongo ma'am. And everyone, Kamini over here, Niranjana. So please forgive me if I miss out a couple of names. So thank you one and all, Veda. So thank you one and all for joining and making this an eventful evening. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for being with us. And hearty congratulations, Sudha Murli. Our best wishes for Mudra Trends to see
Yeah.
the
I think there is a special bird, bead mala awaiting our speakers, so which will be sent through the courier. So the photo, unfortunately, I couldn't add it here. So yeah, so that is also handcrafted by an artisan named Suniti. She's also over here. She's also a founder of Satvat Holistics, which she's basically a gong master. So it will reach you. So thank you so much.
That's a great initiative, Sudha, like collaborating with other people and handing over other handmade products as gifts. It's so nice. Thanks, Suniti, for your support to Sudha Murli. So the meeting is open now. So anybody you can want to wish, talk, buy, see products, please go ahead. Feel free.
Thank you, Smita.
Yeah, congratulations, Sudha. All the best.
Thank you, Kalai ma'am. Thank you. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sudha. I will log out now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Good
much
evening
for
to
spending your
everybody.
time. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sudha, congratulations, yeah.
Thanks, Veda.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah,
Sudha,
bye.
congrats, Sudha.
Thanks, Nirendra ji. Thank you.
Very many congratulations, Sudha.
Thanks, Shobha ji. Thanks for coming.
Very best to you, and we wish you greater success and much more to come.
Thank you, Shobha.
All the best. See you.
Congratulations, Sudha. I'll go through the website.
Yes, thank you,
very
sir.
much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, bye. Bye. all.
Bye. Bye.
Hi, Sudha.
Bye. Hi.
Hi, Sudha.
Hi, Rajshri. Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, Rajshri.
Looking forward to more shopping with you.
Please come to Chennai. You can shop more.
Definitely,
and now
Sudha.
online website is also there, so you can.
Yeah, I just went through it, Sudha.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sudha. All the best for your new venture.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Super. Thanks, Giri. It's platform. Thanks, Giri. Thanks, Ganga, Zulfa, my dear brother Shrikant, Pratibha.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thanks.
Sudha. Congrats.
Thank you, Da. Thanks. Thanks, Sharon.
Thanks, Sudha.
Bye. Yeah, thanks, Radhika ji. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, and once
We'll catch up. Yes.
Chalo, bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Radhika ji.
Thank you.
So, bye. Bye, Ganga. Bye, Sulfa. Bye. Hey, Smita. Mute लिया क्या? Hello.
Smita நீங்க யாருமே இல்லவே இல்ல.
அது சுஷாந்த் அவன் தம் பையனோட மொபைல்.
Hi, Sudha.
Hi.
I'm so happy to see you reach this great height, successfully running and being a strong woman, running this for the last 2 years. Really proud of you, Sudha.
சொல்லுடா. இங்கிலீஷ் புரியல எனக்கு. Super. Good. Thank you. இவ்ளோ டைம்ல நீ வந்து ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணது இட்ஸ் லைக் thank you so much.
Yeah. So nice to be one among the viewers to see people praising you. You have reached